were offered as a single extra cost option. Beginning with 1985 model year, the rear individual seats and center console as appeared in coupe model could be fitted to the long wheelbase models if the owner desires, giving the car a 2+2 seating format. The individual seat is electrically adjustable by moving forward and back only. An optional fully automatic climate control system that used an interior temperature sensor to more accurately climatize the cabin. This sensor was mounted overhead, near the sunroof switch, so that when the roof was open, the sensor would detect cool airflow and call upon the system to adjust heat flow accordingly. Exterior temperature sensor with LCD display set in main instrument console below the speedometer to inform the driver of exterior conditions. This was delineated in Fahrenheit for us market cars and in Celsius for the rest of the world. Due to the B-pillar moving further back in the coupe models with longer doors, Mercedes-Benz developed the world's first seatbelt presenters. When the doors are closed and the motor started, the presenters extend the shoulder anchor points forward to the driver and front passenger by about 30 centimeters. This facilitates easier reach and grab of seat belts. Once the seat belts are anchored or after 30 seconds, the presenters descended back into the B-pillar. W126 premiered the power seat control, a first for Mercedes-Benz. Instead of placing the toggle or button switches with same shapes in the hard-to-reach or see areas, Mercedes-Benz developed the haptic. Facelift Mercedes-Benz C126 SEC, Coupe, Facelift Mercedes-Benz C126 SEC, Coupe, late model W126 with airbag, leather seats, and burlwood interior wood trim. Left-hand drive. Early model W126 without airbag MBTEX seats, and Zebrano interior wood trim. Right-hand drive. Switches in shape of a seat, one switch resembling the seat back for adjusting the seat back, another switch resembling the seat for moving the seat forward and back as well as raising and lowering. The Tomari function buttons allow the front occupants to set and select their preferred positions accordingly. After the 17-year patent expired, this design was widely copied by other manufacturers in the late 1990s. Another first for Mercedes-Benz is an electrically adjustable steering column that extends and contracts the toggle switch underneath the steering column. The steering column position can be stored in the driver side memory function along with the preferred seat position. W126 was first from Mercedes-Benz to have the theft deterrent system as option installed at the factory. EDW, Einbruchdiebstahlwarnanlage, break-in theft alarm system, can emit the alarm sound and immobilize several components, radio, brakes, ignition lock, and a few others, if the car was being towed away or if any of hood/bonnet, trunk/boot, doors were forcibly opened. From 1984 on for the models with central locking system, the owner can turn the front door lock further to bolt the doors as to make them very difficult to be forcibly opened. The owner can order the separate bolt system for the trunk forward/bolt, making it equally difficult to pry the trunk forward/boot open. They require a special key with red dot. Drivetrain technologies. The 4-speed automatic transmission had a new topographical sensor that improved the drivability by monitoring the vehicle's position, flat surface, incline, or decline, and the position of throttle pedal. This prevents the unintended acceleration when coasting downhill without the frequent braking to maintain the speed. The second series has a hill hold feature that prevents the vehicle from rolling back suddenly when disengaging the brake and engaging the throttle pedals at the steep incline. The transmission in European models has a S/W switch to allow the start in either first, standard, or second, winter, gear respectively. The second series changed the S/W to S/E for economy. The topographical sensor also offers a better driving experience with cruise control by adjusting the throttle smoothly and automatically without sudden lurching or decelerating when maintaining the desired speed. The W126 carried forward the self-leveling high-drop pneumatic suspension of the W116 450 sail 6.9 model. Like the W116 and W123, the rear-wheel high-drop pneumatic suspension system was offered in W126 as an option. The updated version was called HPF2, short for High-Drop Pneumatist Federal, was available from 1981 to 1985, on the 380 sail and 500 sail, and very briefly on the 500 SE in 1985. The self-leveling technology responds to changes in weight distribution, passengers, luggage, fuel, and was therefore less applicable in shorter wheelbase models. For the second series, 1986 to 1991, the high-drop pneumatic suspension was heavily redesigned and named HPF3. The HPF3 automatically lowers the chassis by 24 mm when the vehicle is traveled at least 120 km per hour for improved aerodynamic flow and better high-speed stability. The system adjusts the damping rate from soft to hard based on speed and road condition for extra comfort and better drivability. Additionally, the driver can select to raise the car by 35 mm if traveling over coarse surfaced road, only up to 80 km per hour. From 1986 to 1990, the HPF3 option was available in 420 sail, 500 sail, 560 SE, and 560 sail. For the final year of production, HPF3 was available in longer wheelbase only, 420 sail, 500 sail, and 560 sail. Due to its complexity and tendency to fail catastrophically, HPF3 was very difficult to service and was often, at the owner's request, removed and replaced with coil springs and shock absorbers from models without high-drop pneumatic suspension system. 7. At the 1983 IAA, Mercedes-Benz introduced Reiseregner, trip calculator, its first trip computer option, in W126 4th 1984 model year. 8. The trip computer has a rectangular control panel on the center console between the power window switches and the round information panel in the instrument clusters. A panel occupies the gauge cluster formalized by tachymeter, which moved to the left gauge cluster, sharing with oil, fuel, and temperature gauges. The information panel contains a large horizontal LC display in the middle. Each of 4 sections has 3 arrows, illuminating the driver's selection. The upper left section is ZEET, time. The upper right, WEG, route. Lower left, Gesch. Geschwindigkeit, speed. Lower right, Verbrauch, fuel consumption. The control panel has a large raised cross in the middle, dividing the panel into 4 corresponding sections of 2 buttons each in a 4x2 grid. The haptic touch allows the driver to feel his way around the control buttons without taking his eyes off the road, a typical Mercedes-Benz safety consideration. The 4 buttons in the middle allow the driver to select ZEET, WEG, Gesch, or Veb. The selection of their subfunctions is cycled through by pressing the button a few times. 2 buttons on left side are for selecting short distance, K equals Kursstreckenbetrieb, and activation for inputting the number, P equals Programmiertaste. 2 buttons on right side are for selecting long distance, L equals Langstreckenbetrieb, and deactivation of inputting the number, E equals Eingabeabsklutest. The top row of buttons, K, upper left section, upper right section, and L, has input of 1000, 100, 10, and 1. which are activated by pressing P and deactivated by E. The option was dropped in W126 a few years later due to its complexity of configuring the trip computer, requiring an accompanying 18-page instruction handbook to understand its operation, and due to the frequent failure of its control panel buttons. Engines. First Series, 1979 to 1985. At the introduction in September 1979, the 2.8-liter .6-cylinder inline M110 engine for 280s/SE/sale was carried over from W116. The revised M116/M117 V8 engines had a significant innovation: aluminium block without iron sleeves as found in the competitors' engines. Mercedes-Benz developed a special silicone coating as to harden the cylinder liners against excessive wear and tear. The V8 engines were offered in two sizes, 3.8 liters, M116, and 5 liters, M117. The M116 V8 engine had a single timing chain while the M117 V8 engine had double timing chains. The frequent mechanical failure of single timing chain in M116 V8 engine was addressed in 1982 by switching to double timing chains from M117 V8 engine. The smaller of the two V8 engines was initially the only one offered in the US market, to help meet corporate average fuel economy, CAFE, requirements. The 380 sale earned a poor customer perception in the United States as being severely underpowered and due to mechanical issues with the single timing chain. The 380 sale for the US market took 11 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, from standstill and had top speed of 117 miles per hour, 188 kilometers per hour. 9.10. The severe performance shortcoming of W126 with V8 engine was addressed by introducing more powerful 500 sale /sec in 1984. The S-Class Coupe was fitted with V8 engines only for the first time. The 3.0-liter 5-cylinder inline OM617 diesel engine was carried over from W116 with same performance. The diesel engines were again never offered in the markets outside United States and Canada. This discrepancy wasn't addressed until 1994 when W140S 350 turbo diesel was introduced in Europe for the first time. In 1981, Mercedes-Benz introduced the Energy Concept program in reducing the fuel consumption. This program revised the combustion chambers and piston heads with lower compression ratio in the V8 engines. This revision caused further drop in engine performance. Second Series, 1986 to 1991, for the second series introduced in September 1985. The engine range was extensively revised with new 6-cylinder inline engines and enlarged V8 engines. Only 5.0-liter M117 V8 was carried over from the first series, expanding the V8 engine range to 3. The revised engine range focused more on reducing pollution and fuel consumption even further. For the first time, the customers outside US and Canadian markets could choose the models with or without catalyzers. The models without catalyzers can be retrofitted with catalyzers at later date if the customer chooses to. This retrofit method is called RUCRUST loosely translated as retrofit vehicle. The rough models had a mechanical switch in the engine bay to be operated by owners for running on lead or lead-free fuels, a necessary feature for driving outside Germany or in areas within Germany where the lead-free fuel wasn't widespread yet. In 1990, all engines were fitted with catalyzers only and the mechanical switch eliminated. The new 6-cylinder inline M103 engine had a single overhead camshaft and electronic mechanical fuel injection and was available in two sizes, 2.6 and 3.0 liters. The carburetted engine fitted to 280S was eliminated, marking the end of carburetted engines for S-Class, and replaced with fuel-injected engines for 260 and 300. The V8 engines were again bored out to 4.2 liters from 3.8 liters for 420 M116, and 5.5 liters from 5.0 liters for 560 M117. While 5.0-liter V8 for 500 M117 was carried over. The V8 engines were fitted with new electronic ignition system and Bosch K-Jetronic electronic mechanical fuel injection system, first appeared in W126. The revised V8 engines except 5.0-liter version had slight performance increase. The most powerful engine ever fitted to W126 S-Class was 5.5-liter V8, putting out 221 kilowatts, 300 PS, 296 bhp. This engine, classified as ECE Variante, Germanum, has higher compression ratio of 10:5 and cannot be retrofitted with catalysator at later date. In September 1986, the ECE Variante was superseded by Rough Variante, which retains the same horsepower figure without catalysator and lower figure if retrofitted with catalysator at later date. In 1990, the power of the 560 sail was reduced to 200 kilowatts, 272 PS, 268 bhp. For the US and Canadian markets, a new 3.0-liter 6-cylinder inline OM603 diesel engine was introduced, replacing 5-cylinder engine with same displacement. It was a first 6-cylinder passenger diesel engine by Mercedes-Benz. This new engine was available in long wheelbase version only, 300 SDL, for the first time. For California, the diesel engines were fitted with diesel particulate filter, a world's first for the passenger car. The new engine had an ill-gotten reputation for higher percentage of aluminum cylinder head failure due to poor placement of diesel particulate filter and due to the erosion of head gasket, allowing cooling fluid to seep in the cylinders. However, they failed to perform as designed and were removed from the engines. For 1988, the engine was revised to correct the issues and move the particulate filter further away from the engine. In 1990, the same engine was bored out to 3.5 liters as to compensate for reduced performance due to stricter emission regulations. The bored-out 3.5-liter version did not have any of aforementioned issues other than some units experiencing the unexplained erosion of head gasket. The 3.5-liter version was available in both standard and long wheelbases, 350 SD and 350 SDL, transmissions. First series, 1979-1985. The automatic transmission had 4 speeds with direct drive in the 4th gear for the entire run from 1979 to 1991. The 280S /SE/sail had 4-speed manual transmission as standard with 5-speed manual and 4-speed automatic transmissions as extra cost options. The manual transmission was not fitted to the V8 engines during the first series U.S. models, including the 300 SD turbo diesel, had automatic transmission as sole transmission choice. Second series, 1985 to 1991, from 1986 onward, the automatic transmission was revised to include the option of selecting S, standard, and E, economy, shifting points. The models, 260 SE, 300 SE, and 300 sail were fitted with standard 5-speed manual and optional extra cost 4-speed automatic transmissions. For 1 year from September 1986 to June 1987, extra cost automatic transmission option wasn't offered for 260 SE and 300 SE. The customers ordering 420 SE could choose either 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. U.S. models had automatic transmission as sole transmission choice. U.S. Grey market. Grey market Mercedes-Benz